Tadpoles, today we're going to learn about the story of Passover. Let's begin. The Hebrew people lived long ago in Egypt. They lived in peace until a wicked Pharaoh made them slaves. One day the Lord spoke to a Hebrew named Moses. The Lord said, "Moses, go and deliver my people from the house of bondage." Moses was afraid, but the Lord said, "I will be with you. Tell the children of Israel that the Lord God has sent you to free them." Moses went to Pharaoh and said, "The Lord God of Israel has commanded that you let his people go free." Pharaoh said, "I do not know this Lord. I will not let Israel go." Does Pharaoh sound nice or mean? I think he sounds mean. Moses said, "If you do not let the Hebrew slaves go, the Lord will turn the river's water red." When Moses' staff touched the water, it turned red. But Pharaoh would not let God's people go. Then God sent frogs, and more frogs. Pharaoh promised that if the Lord would take away the frogs, he would free the Hebrews. Look at all these frogs. So many frogs. But when the frogs disappeared, Pharaoh would not let the people go. The Lord was angry. He said gnats to the Egyptians, but Pharaoh still would not let the people go. God sent flies. Pharaoh asked Moses to speak to the Lord to end the flies. The flies left, but Pharaoh would not let the people go. Then the Lord sent a sickness to the animals. Still, Pharaoh would not let the Hebrews leave. The Lord sent boils that made the Egyptians sick. The Lord sent hail and fire. The land was burned. The Egyptians' houses were crushed, but the Hebrew land and houses were untouched. Pharaoh pleaded with Moses. God stopped the plagues, but the Pharaoh would not free the Hebrew slaves. God sent locusts to eat all the crops. Still, the people were not set free. Then God sent darkness to the land for 3 days. Pharaoh still would not free the Hebrews. The Lord told the Hebrews to sacrifice a lamb. Then roast the lamb with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. The Lord would pass over the Hebrews' homes. At midnight, every firstborn and animal of Egypt left, but the Hebrews and their animals were saved. Pharaoh told Moses to take the Hebrews out of Egypt. The Lord commanded the Hebrews to observe his Passover in every generation. He told them to remove all leaves from their houses and eat unleavened bread for 7 days. He told them to celebrate a feast on the first and seventh days of the Passover observance. Then they would never forget that the Lord had passed over their houses. The Hebrews had lived in Egypt 430 years. After the Lord's passing over, they were free to worship him. The happy children of Israel followed Moses into the wilderness. That's the end of our story, tadpoles. See you next time. Bye.